So, hello everybody, welcome to some F1 2012 career mode. We're just looking through the emails quickly. This is the second time I've had to record this voiceover because the first time it did it through the bloody webcam bloody thing. So here we are on our qualifying lap. We're currently sitting P6 on a 1:37.1. So we're going to show you the fastest lap that I managed to do. Cars coming out of the pit lane. I don't know why they're coming out now. They've got 4 seconds left of the session, so they're hardly going to be setting any lap times now. So maybe they're doing it just to distract me. I'm not sure, but they're all coming out of the pit lane if you look on the map. And we are a little bit down on our sector, but we are 2/10 up on the main qualifying, like Fernando and P1 basically. So we are fast in the first sector. We're going to use DRS as much as we can over the lap. Let's see where we are coming up to the next sector line after this corner. Obviously we were 2/10 up on everybody, but we're now 1/10 down on Fernando Alonso, but we are 3/10 up on our own best time. So we're not going to be fighting for pole unless we can find some time in this sector, but considering we're already down in P6 in Q3, I'm expecting us not to be able to fight for a pole, because obviously I wouldn't have done a slow lap to get into P6 on purpose. I would have tried my best, but this is a slightly faster lap we're going to do. So we're going to come across the line with DRS open, cars all used, and across the line now. Where does that put us? That puts us P5 behind Fernando Alonso, Sebastian Vettel, Michael Schumacher, and then Lewis Hamilton, Michael Schumacher, and then us. And then between me and my teammate, we've got Felipe Massa, Nico Hulkenberg, John-Eric Verne, my teammate, and Kamui Kobayashi. So quite a tight qualifying there. 9/10 off of pole, but let's move on to the race. So here we are then for the start of the Malaysian Grand Prix. All the lights are starting to come on now. It's going to be about maximising the start, I reckon, if we're going to jump anybody. So straight up into the rich mix, use all of the cars off the line. We've had a loads better start than everybody else around us. We're going to go up the inside of Fernando, slightly on the grass there, but all under control. And we have managed to sneak into first place off the line. So let's just try and run away from all of the big boys in their faster cars than us. So up to the first sector line, we have got a 7/10 gap to Fernando Alonso behind. But as we know from qualifying, everybody else is quite a lot faster than us through the second and third sector. So let's hope we can defend them off. Being that we're in first place, when it comes to lap 3 is when DRS is activated, as everybody should know. When it comes to lap 3, I'm going to imagine that we're going to have to do some defending from the cars behind, because unfortunately we're not going to be able to have it, because there's not going to be a car in front of us to give us DRS. So we're going to have to do a lot of defending. We're going to have to save all of the cars pretty much for the back straight. But probably more than likely we're going to have to save it for the front straight, because that is where they're going to get DRS, because they don't get it down this straight. They can only slipstream down this straight. It's on the main straight where they get DRS, and obviously they can use all their cars to try and overtake us, but we're just going to have to use our cars to try and defend. We're doing an alright job so far. Let's see what the gap is as we cross the line. So it's still 7/10 of a second, so We've held him off so far, but we haven't really pulled away either at the same time. So let us cut to lap number 5. We've got Lewis Hamilton behind us, so he's obviously overtaken Fernando, and he is closing in the McLaren. As you can see, we've still got all of our cars to use. Probably should have used some down this back straight, because we're not going to use all of our cars from here to the line, but we are going to use as much as we can before Lewis Hamilton can try and overtake us. If you're wondering why we're pulling to the right hand side of the circuit, it was just so we weren't giving Lewis a tow. Obviously he could have pulled over with us and got in our slipstream, but he didn't. He decided not to, which is obviously okay, because he won't get stuff on his tyres like all the marbles. We've got optimal fuel, so we probably should turn it down to standard is what we're going to do. So 4/10 the gap is to Lewis Hamilton. I think Fernando's just been had by Sebastian Vettel as well, looking at the positions. Talking to Sebastian Vettel, he's just peeled off into the pits, so he might be something we have to watch out for. But Lewis Hamilton is the main thing we're going to have to watch out for now. He's had DRS and he has tried to attack us into the first corner. It hasn't happened, he hasn't got past it just yet, but it might be coming. That's what she said. We lose the back end slightly there, but as you can see, it's time for our pit stop. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to peel off into the pits in Malaysia. Lewis Hamilton is following us in. So it'd be interesting to know in regards where we come out to the other people that pitted the lap before. So Sebastian Vettel and Fernando Alonso. Will they have a tyre advantage over us? Like time wise, will they get the undercut on us? So those cars come down the pit lane, but nobody just yet coming down the main straight. So it looks like we're okay so far, me and Hamilton, but there they are now. So they've just come out alongside Lewis Hamilton. I'm not quite sure how we managed to get that big of a gap on him, considering we came into the pits at the same time. But never mind that, we're on to lap number 8, and that gap has come down, and it will definitely come down now as Kers has broken on the car. So as you heard there, they're going to try and fix it when we're on track, but there's no certainty that it's going to get fixed, so we're just going to have to put up with it for now. Obviously defending is going to be quite hard, because they're going to have DRS and Kers. We're just going to have a V8 engine screaming behind us, powering us down the straight. And as you can see already, Sebastian Vettel flies round us. But we're going to put up a fight. We're going to send it up the inside of him. And then just defend him off through this corner so he can't get cut back on us. Which is what we've done perfectly there. So we've got defended him. Cutting on to lap number 9. So, well, the same lap but a bit further on, because this is going to be the main defending area, I think. Just defending from these guys when they've got Kers and DRS, because we can keep them behind in the corners, but when it comes to the straight line, they've got such an advantage on us. It's a bit of a joke. So he's well in front of us there. We're just going to roll it up the inside of him just to make him aware. He did have the inside there for that corner. We gave him plenty of room, but we managed to get around the outside of him, which was quite a decent move, if I do say so myself. I don't know why he didn't just be a bit more aggressive and stick it up our inside, but I never know. Maybe he's playing the long haul for the championship or something. And it's not really a thing we're going to be involved with the championship this season, because we're in a Williams and the cars around us are a lot faster than us. I think we might scrape a win here or there, but we've got Kers back online, and Sebastian Vettel is going to try and make a move. We defended to the inside slightly, not all the way to the inside, but just moved over the line a little bit, and he decided not to go for the move, which is very smart of him. So he is a lot closer though. Well, but these 3 cars behind us are quite a bit closer. Closer than what they've been any other time. It's 0.3 of a second, the gap behind us, but he's already stuck it up the inside. As you can see, he's probably level with our rear wheel there, so we're going to try and take our line, which is cutting the grass. doing a bit of lawn mowing for the Malaysia circuit. So with grass on our tyre, we're obviously going to have a bit less grip going through these next corners, so we've got to be wary of that. Cutting on to later on in the lap, it is Sebastian Vettel once again who is going to make a charge for us. We've got a tiny bit of curves left, so we're going to use this corner out of the last corner. That's what we're going to do. We're going to use all the curves now. Still on standard fuel, but we're going to put that up to Rich because I don't think we're going to be able to defend from him enough. We go to the inside. He's next to us. He's side by side going into turn 1, but we've kept him behind again. So whatever we're doing seems to be working. It's scaring off the Red Bulls and it's scaring off the other cars around us, but he is still there. We're going to go up to the next set of corners. So we're going to go into this right-hander and then into the two S's. And the gap has come down from a couple of laps ago. It is now 0.2 of a second. He is right behind us, putting on a lot of pressure. Got grass on our tyres again, which has pushed us wide, which has allowed him to go up our inside, but he's backed out of it again, which is a pretty smart move really, because there probably would have been contact there. But that has meant that the gap has opened up to 1.4 seconds. But going into this corner, we unfortunately lose the rear, so the gap's going to come down again. So yet again, we're going to be under threat from the cars behind on the back straight and on the main straight on lap 13. So we're ever so close now to getting our first win in the career mode. But he's there and he's pushing again. We're going to go up to Rich and a bit of contact there on the straight. We were behind Sebastian there for the DRS line, if you notice, so we did get DRS. We haven't got any curves, but we do now. Put the fuel back down to standard because I don't want to run out before we get to the line on the last lap, because that would be devastating. So we don't want to just lose one position to the car behind, we lose a bunch because these guys are quite all close together, and our teammate's just there in 5th as well, so he's doing quite a good job. But we are rounding the last corner now, followed by Lewis Hamilton, to take our first win in F1 2012. It's not. I'm going to say we're probably not going to win again for quite a while. I think that was just a one-off race because the car was quite good in the first sector, but sectors 2 and 3 we were a little bit off. But we did set one of the faster laps of the race. Mark Webber set 1:38.1, which is about 8/10 faster than what we did. So definitely weren't the fastest car on track, but we were defending quite well. So obviously we came first, followed by Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel. Our teammate came 5th, which is good for him. Moving over to the Drivers' Championship, we are P4 on 25 points. Just 5 points off Lewis Hamilton. And our teammate is down in 9th in the championship. What about the constructors? Because it'd be nice to look at that. I don't think we're going to, are we? No, we're not. Never mind. We'll have to look at that next time. But considering I scored 25 points, imagine we're probably 4th or 5th in the constructors. So we're going to soak up this moment, this victory. Our defence was pretty good. There was a nice drive that was, to be fair. I enjoyed that race, having to defend all the time, be a bit tactical with the curves. As you can see, I was very emotional. Emotional scenes that Huss takes to win at Kuala Lumpur. I was bawling my eyes out as I was driving across the line. The guys thought I'd pissed myself in the car, but I hadn't. I'd actually been crying. But yeah, if you want to read that press clipping, go back and pause the video. But for now, thank you for watching today's episode. Make sure you check out the next one when it gets uploaded, not to miss it. Make sure you hit the notification bell, subscribe, like, comment, and I'll always reply to your comments the best I can. And I will see you guys for the next episode of F1 2012 or whatever I upload next to YouTube. So I'll see you guys later, and goodbye.